Classroom sign-up sheets online with Ecollect using the calendar function. The first thing you're going to do is log into PowerSchool, and then down here on the left you're going to come to Forms and click Forms. This is Ecollect, it just the name changed. It used to say Ecollect Forms and now it just says Forms. Once you're in the form, you can see I already have a class party sign-up list that I had made that's a calendar. And if you've made any other forms before, they'll be right here on your front page. To make a new event, I'm going to come to New Form in the center and click it. And then from here, I'm going to click Collaborative Student. So this will make sure that we can view it, and it will also pull the student's name from PowerSchool when the parents fill it out, so you know which parents filled out the form. Once the editing fields come up, you're going to do all your editing over here on the left. So you click over here on the right in the form to access the editing, but you're actually going to type over here on the left. So for here, if I do class party sign up, and then I like to put my directions to the parents here. You can also give the parents a message when they're done with the form. And so that could be anything. It could be really simple. And notice that those all showed up over here except for the success message, which will come at the end. Underneath your options button, the most important one is publish, which I usually don't check until I'm completed with the form. And what this will do is we'll make it available. For your permissions, they all default to no one having permissions. This is a form I'm going to want parents to fill out. So I click it until I get to the pencil. Maybe I want students to be able to see it when they sign into PowerSchool, but I obviously don't want students to be able to edit it, so I'm not going to give students editing access. And myself, as the teacher, I'm going to give myself full access. Since this is a classroom form, I don't necessarily want to fill up everybody else's forms with my forms, so I'm going to keep this as red just so that it's only available within my classroom. You then select the class that you want the form to be available to, and then you don't really have to worry about these two boxes at the bottom for now. To make a sign-up sheet, you have to add the calendar element, so you come up here and click Add Element. Then you come down to the bottom and click Event Calendar. Notice that it doesn't automatically switch over to editing the calendar. It stays highlighted up here on the title. So you then click the calendar, and now this has all changed so that it's allowing me to edit the calendar. Since I already put a title up here at the top, I'm not going to do another title here. We're not going to worry about these options. These are all kind of advanced options that let you do some nifty things, but they're not necessarily applicable to everyday functions. On this page for the elements, it defaults to the world, which means everybody has full access. So what I'm going to do, notice the rest of it's the same. So I'm going to give the parents the ability to fill out the form. I'm going to give students the ability to see it if they log in. And then I'm going to make it so that it's not necessarily available to everybody. If you want to, if it's a form you want your admin, your principal to be able to see, you can always give them full permissions to be able to come in and view it. But if it's something you don't want cluttering up their forms list, then you can always leave it off. I'm not going to restrict at this point. It will default to event sign up, and that's the only calendar type we have available. And then in here, I'm going to choose my name. Now this at the bottom, this gray box, but notice it turns blue when I come over it. This is this first event right here. So to edit this event, I click on it, and now I can create a title. I can set the date and the time by clicking on the date and time, and then I can select an end time as well. For the repeat options, if this was, let's say, instead of a classroom party, this was parents signing up to come in and listen to students read, or helping with math class, or whatever that you might have parents coming in the school 4 that would repeat, you can click repeat options, and you could have it repeat daily or weekly. That's your choice though. You can also come to options and set how many people you want. So if you have multiple events, or like let's say for a class party, you want one parent to bring in pretzels, you want one parent to bring in drinks, you want one parent to bring in plates. You could create a different event for each one and then just set the cap at one parent. So only one person, so you don't get 5 people bringing in pretzels. So for this, I could set it for, I don't want more than 3 parents coming in to help with the party. And then this button lets me see how many people have already registered and how many max can be registered. And then hit close. Now in here in the calendar, you can see that the name has changed and it now has a time. To add more events, you come up here and mouse over, don't click. And notice you get this little plus and minus sign that up here. So to add a new event, you can duplicate this previous event by hitting the plus sign. And now I can change this to something else I might have needed. And same thing. So for the options for this, I'm only going to want one person to do this. So I come in and change it to 1 and then hit close. And so for that, you could just keep on adding things until you've got everything in there you want. Once you have all of your options listed, you can click on the top title again, and then that will let you publish. So you check publish and then save the form. And now you can see that that has appeared in my forms list. So I already have this one that I had previously made and had some entries in. So to view that, you click the calendars tab at the top. And here's that sign up. Notice you can see the other signups as well. Any signups that are available to you will appear in here. Once the calendar loads, you'll be able to see all the events that you had made available. The events that no one signed up for will be blue, and the parts that they have signed up for will be green. By clicking on the green events, you can see who signed up, both the student and the guardian's name. This will not really give you anything to do, so don't worry about that. But when you're done viewing it, you can hit close. And that's how you make a calendar sign-up sheet.